I've spoken to the lawyers. I've spoken to the man, Kennedy Agyapong himself.
Which lawyers? Whose lawyers?
Kennedy Agyapong's lawyers.
Okay.
And you see the video making the rounds. Listen to it. Once you watch it, at the tail end, you hear the judge telling them that it's a mistrial. It's a mistrial.
So how do some people get a chance to be on TV? How?
Now, Anas has come to speak after he got judgment in the court in New Jersey, and they awarded him $18 million against Kennedy Agyapong. And right now, his lawyers have spoken to Kevin Taylor. Anas himself has come out with a video to speak. There's someone on GTV saying it's a mistrial, and he heard them, oh, they're trying, we'll get there. But Anas has finally come out with 4 major points. First, to talk about the trial. Second, the background and why he even got into journalism in the first place. Thirdly, how the Ghanaian justice system is or treated him, or the Ghanaian justice system treated him, because this same case in Ghana, he lost it, but he has gone to win it in America. And then fourthly, he gave some shout-outs. We'll talk about it. But before then, Lemfi is in Europe. If you're in Italy, Germany, Netherlands, Spain, Belgium, Ireland, Portugal, or France, you can use Lemfi to send money. If you send your first 50 euros, you get 15 euros cash back. If you're in the UK, you can also use Lemfi. If you send your first 50 pounds, you get 10 pounds cash back. And if you're in USA or Canada, you can also use Lemfi. If you send your first $100, you get $20 cash back. Lemfi comes with no service charges, no transaction fees, and the best exchange rates. Remember to use my promo code HEADLESS whenever you're sending money to get these cashback deals. Aye. Now let's get into the gist.
I'm the headless YouTuber, this Headless Reactions. Alatiari, Yanko!
So I did an earlier video explaining the entire thing that happened between Kennedy Agyapong and Anas, and how he won the case and whatever. There's a video over there on the channel. Go and check it out. Now, Anas has come out with a video, but before the video of Krano, GTV, they were doing their morning show, and they asked one man that, what does he think about this thing? This man is saying that it's a mistrial. He is saying that Anas has not won a case. Now, it is a mistrial because if you listen to the what the judge said, the judge mentioned mistrial. Listen to this man.
I've spoken to the lawyers. I've spoken to the man, Kennedy Agyapong himself.
Which lawyers?
Kennedy Agyapong's lawyers.
Okay.
And you see the video making the rounds. Listen to it. Once you watch it, at the tail end, you hear the judge telling them that it's a mistrial. It's a mistrial.
I'm asking again, how do some people get on television? How?
Now, let's check out what the judge said and listen carefully to what the judge said.
Always know, and your note has been marked as complete, and it says, Judge, in our initial finding, we awarded $18 million and a breakdown presuming $5 million, actual $5 million, and punitive $8 million. With your verdict and your note, your jury service in this case is complete. I truly have enjoyed working with you. You've been an attentive jury. Thank you so much for your service. You are discharged.
Defendant would like to thank the jury for their support.
Get out of what you can. Thank you so much.
Did you hear mistrial? Did you hear mistrial? Did you hear mistrial?
Did you hear any mistrial? Anyway, that's what he is saying. But Anas has brought out a video, and the first thing Anas did was to explain how he has won the case and how the jurors, the entire jury, 8 people, unanimously agreed that Kennedy Agyapong is liable to defamation, and that truth matters, and also history will always bend towards righteousness.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you not just as a journalist, but as a witness to history. a child of Ghana's turbulent past, and a soldier in the fight for truth. Yesterday, in the Essex County Superior Court of New Jersey, an 8-member jury delivered a unanimous verdict holding Kennedy Agyapong, former Ghanaian MP, liable for defamation and awarding damages of $18 million. The ruling is more than a legal victory. It is a profound affirmation that truth matters, that justice is not a privilege of the powerful, and that the arc of history does indeed bend towards righteousness.
Now, secondly, he spoke about his background, where he was born, what he experienced in his childhood to even make him want to enter journalism, and why he entered journalism to expose all these, corrupt leaders and corruption and all that. But then, through the exposing that he was doing, Kennedy Agyapong called him a land grabber, an extortionist, a blackmailer, tax evader, all in hopes of discrediting his work.
My story begins long before this moment. I was born at the 37 military barracks in Accra, the son of the soldier who served in an era where power belonged to those who wielded the gun. I grew up watching my nation transition from military rule to democracy, witnessing firsthand the struggle of ordinary Ghanaians yearning for justice, transparency, and accountability. When Ghana finally embraced democracy, I knew that safeguarding it required more than just laws. It needed the unyielding courage of those willing to hold power accountable. That is why I chose journalism, not as a career, but as a calling. Over the years, my team and I have exposed corruption at the highest levels, from the corridors of politics to the halls of justice. But in fighting the corrupt, one becomes a target. Mr. Agyapong, in a desperate bid to silence me, labeled me a land grabber, an extortionist, a murderer, a tax evader, and a blackmailer who ought to be hanged. These were not just lies. They were calculated attempts to destroy my credibility and put my life in danger.
And then he spoke about the justice system of Ghana, because I told you in 2018, Anas sued Kennedy Agyapong in Ghana and lost. And according to Anas, one of the judges even called him a terrorist, and that the justice system is some way. But now that he has won the case in America, that's showing the justice system in Ghana and America some way be.
While Ghana's legal system failed to deliver justice in 2018, the US court upheld truth. This case was not easy. Proving defamation in the United States requires establishing actual malice by a clear and convincing evidence standard, one of the highest legal thresholds in the world. That the jury ruled 8-0 in my favor on every count is a testament to the fact that Mr. Agyapong acted with reckless disregard. Regrettably, Ghana's justice system has not always lived up to the principles of fairness and impartiality. When I sued Mr. Agyapong in 2018, despite his inability to legally substantiate his allegations, the court ruled against me, with Justice Barr scandalously branding me a terrorist instead of adjudicating the facts before him. This miscarriage of justice was later condemned by Supreme Court Justice Kolende, who rightly described it as a violent abuse of judicial authority.
And then finally, he gave shout outs to his legal team and also anybody who supports his work in, exposing corruption and all these things.
My fight has never been for personal gain, but for the soul of Ghana's democracy. This victory in the US sends a powerful message. The media cannot be silenced, truth cannot be buried, and those who wield power must be held accountable. Let this moment be a wake-up call to all who seek to erode the foundations of justice in Ghana. Let it remind us that democracy is not just about elections, but institutions that uphold the truth, courts that deliver justice without fear or favor, and citizens who refuse to accept corruption as the norm. To my legal team, Andrew Dehere Esquire, Arthur Womega Esquire, Evans Salasi Adeka Esquire, and Odekro Esquire, I am forever grateful for your dedication to justice. And to my supporters in Ghana and around the world, your unwavering belief in the fight strengthens my resolve. The battle against corruption continues. We will name, shame, and jail. Ghana deserves better, and I will never stop fighting for a future where justice is not a privilege of the powerful, but the right of every citizen. Thank you.
If you think you are part of the shout out, say Oja, 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 Oja.
Aye. So right now, Anas has come out to explain everything, and there's like a victory lap just telling us that there's. But when his lawyer spoke to Kevin Taylor, his lawyer said that Kennedy Agyapong's lawyers have, like, they've tried to file for a reduction of the 18 million, and they should bring it down small. And also there may be a chance of them, as in Anas and his people, to get ×5 of whatever the court is ordering Kennedy Agyapong to pay. So they are still doing in those things. But the case panned here. Unanimously, the jury said that it's going towards Anas, and that the defamation case there, Kennedy Agyapong is liable. So the GTV man, no, I don't know what he heard. Whether he should be using earwax or he should be using takra to know his assume, or I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that's it.
Watch other videos on this channel. Tell somebody about Headless and share your views in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share your views in the comment section. We are 4 years old. Exactly 4 years today, Headless YouTuber was born. Exactly 4 years today, 19th March. So, Oja. Congratulations to Koto Nation, and thank you so much to everyone who was supporting me from day one. Some of you from this channel's beginning till when we lost the channel at Magraheb, and other YouTubers were, trying to bring us back and everything. You guys have been here. Thank you so much. I love you all. Eno. Yeah, Agyapong.